I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Near the entrance. Has a shotgun. White male, 30s, long hair.
Mama don't like tattletales.
Wearing sunglasses.
And who are you, little fella? Come to show him where I am. Not nice. I came here to chew ass and kick bubblegum, and I'm all out of ass. No, wait. That's I don't think that's the right one. Hello and welcome, my friends, to Firearm Freedom. My name's Joe. If you don't know me, I'm somewhat of a movie fan. And if you have never seen They Live, that intro freaked you out a little bit, and you're like, I don't want to deal with this, just wait, because I'm going to show you a really cool shotgun either way. Yes, that is correct, my friends. One of my favorite movies of all time, John Carpenter's They Live, some, myself included, might say a documentary series of what we are now seeing in the wonderful year of 2026. I was doing my general research, analyzing of what you, the wonderful viewer, might want to see. And I came across IMFDB, as I usually do, and I realized that, man, I never saw that Mr. Roddy Piper grabbed an Ithaca Model 37. I never took notice because I was too curious about the glasses, the special glasses. Just put the glasses on. Put the glasses on. I never really took notice about anything else. We'll go over the glasses in a bit. This Ithaca Model 37, specifically the DS Police Special. What a gorgeous freaking example. It just, the stars aligned, okay? I was on GB, I saw this pop up, and then I just so happened to be looking at They Live, and then I noticed that this was the exact model of shotgun that Roddy Piper's character was using throughout the most pivotal scenes of the movie, the bank scene, and many others. And I realized that I just had to put it together for you guys because I also noticed that the revolver he was using is a wonderful Smith & Wesson Highway Patrolman, which I have here. I wanted to bring you guys the full kit, okay, but you have to settle with a shorter barrel Smith. He also had a stainless Colt Python, which I don't have here on the table. The Ithaca Model 37 DS Police Special. Now, the DS on these shotguns is a very, very cool notation because that is the Deer Slayer Police Special. Now, Ithaca made a bunch of these Model 37 Deer Slayers. These were a very, very popular shotgun all throughout the 70s, 80s, 90s. And the police departments began to take some notice on the Deer Slayers, more specifically because the barrels on these are designed in a really cool way where it's still a cylinder bore, okay, but it's tapered down just enough to help you keep your shot pattern pretty tight, which I actually did notice at the range. I didn't really do any printing, needless to say, but I did notice a tighter shot pattern, and that's what really, really started to spark law enforcement's attention. And then also, there was a massive surplus of Ithaca Model 37s currently on the market. Now, interestingly enough, like, you really don't see a lot. Like, you don't think about this gun a lot. I've came across this Deerslayer quite a few times. Not this exact one, but many others like it. And I always was a little bit turned off by it because of the shorter mag tube. Everyone wants, myself included, the Model 37 used in Terminator, okay, with the full-length mag tube. And I saw this Deerslayer, that, fun fact, was also in Terminator 2 and many other randoms. And I just never really came across it until I saw good old Roddy Piper with it. Mr. Piper's shotgun in the movie is slightly different just for the fact that it did not have the Deerslayer engraving here. But this is a real DS Police Special. There are others that are marked Deerslayer on the side but do not say Police Special. And that is actually, to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, not a real DS police gun. Now, this also has the Parkerized finish, and then it also has what was featured in the movie, a rather crude rear sight, but it does have a really nice old school fiber optic front sight. I don't know why the hell we can't figure out fiber optics today when this gun is from the 80s and that fiber optic is still rolling strong. But I really got to give John Carpenter some credit because he always does a good job in his movies. And this was literally the shotgun of the LAPD in the 80s. It really was. And the beauty of these Ithacas is the fact that there is no disconnector. And when there is no disconnector in a wonderful shotgun like this, it can do the good old slam fire. And you better believe I was doing some slam firing in today's video. As far as smoothness, dude, this probably tops my old 870s, I gotta say. This is my first Ithaca Model 37 that I've ever owned. I've handled a lot of them, shot some, I believe, but I've never owned one, and this is absolutely glass. Glass, this action. Now, you may notice, if my keen shotgun viewers there are watching, that it does not have an ejection port. With these Ithacas, it actually ejects downward, so whether you're left or right-handed, you're not going to have any issues. And you might think that this complicates the loading process, but I got to say, it was actually still very easy to load one and load the whole rest of the magazine. You get about 4 rounds in this magazine tube, and it is just so fun to shoot this freaking gun. It was a great choice to choose for this entire movie. It really just rang true. Now, you might notice here the Don Hume leather belt, leather police belt. You better believe, okay, you better believe I found the exact Don Hume belt of the LAPD of the 1980s, okay? I went that far. And I even have, you may have noticed in the movie that he had a 12-shot 38 special Don Hume, again, black leather rig just for the 80s cool factor, okay? But this one in particular, and it actually also has a highway patrolman holster. I got a little lucky, but I did not have the baton. This one in particular was a little tight to be wearing over the shoulder, okay? And I can't even imagine with Roddy Piper how large of a belt would have had to have gotten. Now, what I did is I kind of bastardized this belt a little bit for the sake of the movie and did a little movie magic there at the very, very end to make it work. And, you know, it just adds some cool factor. The 38 Special Smith was just shoved in the waistband like a good old 80s movie should. Did a lot of single-handed shooting with that in standard 80s fashion. And really the piece de resistance, okay? I was going to order for you guys just the standard Amazon special, right? The glasses that looked like it. But I'm like, no, not for Firearm Freedom, okay? I went with Hoffman lenses. Now, Hoffman decided to really, they went above and beyond with this clone. They took a pair of screen-worn They Live glasses. They put them and laser measured every single piece of the glasses and then did a limited run of 100 on their website. They even have, oh, this is so cool. They have in the case, it says conform on the inside, and they really went above and beyond. They even got They Live stenciled on the inside of the glasses, and this is as exact as you were ever going to get to the screen-worn glasses. Now, you might be asking yourself, Joe, how did you find these even though they only made 100? Well, my friends, I used good old eBay to track down these sunglasses and paid 50 lima beans over the price of the original enlisting to get these glasses. Very excited about those. Going to be wearing them all the time. Now, there's one piece to this puzzle that's missing. Have you figured it out yet? The flannel. The working man's flannel of Roddy Piper in that movie. And although this is a slightly different color, I went as far as finding the exact model of flannel that was used in the movie, which is a 1980s vintage Fieldmaster lightweight flannel. Okay, the exact same pattern as in the movie. I believe these were originally sold at like Kmart or something like that, but it took me about 2 weeks to track down even something remotely similar to the color pattern. So you gotta give me a little bit of kudos, okay, for tracking down and finding the exact flannel. It was just a really, really cool video to do. If you stayed until now, you might enjoy this playlist. It's all about movie guns. I have so much more out there, and I need to know from you, what other movies do you guys want to see me do? I'm not just subjugated to just shotguns. I just like them. If you want to see another movie, it's not a shotgun, let me know down in the comments section. And let me tell you, if you stayed until now, you might like some of the content that I have. I have this button on the other side of your screen. You know what to do. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more great videos coming soon.